Hey guys and girls, my name's Dan, welcome back to The Forge. In this mini series we are going to be talking about the finer points of hammer making. This video series is going to be made up of 3 episodes, and across those 3 episodes we're going to look at all sorts of different things, from material selection to punching of holes, all the way to handles and ways to save time and money. Join me at the end of the video where I'll tell you how you can win one of these 3 hammers. Here I'm giving them away as part of this series, one with each episode, so stay tuned to the end and I'll tell you how you can win one. This is C45. It's a 0.38 to 0.45% medium carbon steel. It's water quenching and you can get it up to about 55 Rockwell in hardness. If you're looking for alternatives to the C45, EN8 and 1045 are very similar in specs to this material. But if you're looking for something a little bit more spicy, why not try a 4140? C45 and 4140 contain about the same amount of carbon, but because of all the extra stuff in the 4140, we can now get this up to about 60 Rockwell. It's an oil quenching steel, but 4140 is very good at stress strain absorption, so it means it's good at impacts. You can make it hold an edge quite well, especially if you can get it up to 60 Rockwell, and you can polish those faces up so then really nice and blingy because of all the lovely chrome in them. So we're going to make some simple cross peens today with Matt. We're going to smith and strike these. We're going to make a straight peen and a cross peen actually. We're going to be using a couple of other different tools during the process, but the 2 I would like to concentrate on for this video is this round punch here. This is made of S7. It's a lovely bit of kit, and this is something that I use under the power hammer a lot. If you're going to punch round holes like this, I definitely recommend using a striker. It's a lot easier to do this with a friend. And also we're going to be using this hammer eye drift here in order to create the eye. This is made of A33. It was gifted to me by Paul Beesner. Thank you very much again, Paul, for your lovely generous gift. I can't get hold of this stuff, but I'm attempting to, so if you are interested in it, give me a shout. I'm probably find someone who can get it to you if I can't get it to you. Relatively low heat. I'm just going to get Matt now to give me a tap on my round punch. Yep. I'm going to flip that over. Same again on this side. Yep. Okay, and we're just going to work this in a little bit. Yep. I'm going to work from one side to the other. Yep. Yep. I'm not going to use water to quench my tooling off because it's S7, but I am going to use what is essentially a beeswax mixed with a graphite paste. They're relatively simple things to get hold of. I'm just going to use this just to A, cool down the tooling, and B, give me a little bit of lubrication when we go back to do that next lot of punching. Okay, so I'm going to keep, yep. I'm going to forge one side, turn the hammer over, yep. Forge the other side, just going to quench that off a little bit, get a bit of that lubrication on there, yep. One side, other side, yep. 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 Okay. Yep. Okay, when the slug is loose like this and we need to remove the material, spending a bit of time hanging around in one side isn't a problem because we're not actually doing any forging and it's not likely that this is going to get stuck. So whilst we've got a bit more heat, I'm just going to get Matt to help me drift this open. Yep. Keeping that lubricated. Turning it over each time. And when I'm not working with the material, I'm taking it off the anvil. Yep. Yep. One more. Yep. One more. So whereas before we were using the very end of the punch, because it's quite small, getting it hot and leaving it in the work isn't very good. But now the end of the punch is actually hanging out of the work. I'm still a bit suspicious of quenching that off because it is S7. But what we can do now, yep, is have this drive all the way through on the slightly larger section of the taper and use it to drift this out without having to quench it because it's not going to move. Yep. Unless I do something wrong. Yep. So we're going to take this all the way down. Yep. Yep. Okay, so we're going to take our blank and I'm just going to start knocking in those sides. Now I'm doing this by hand just to show you that you can do it by hand if you want to. Well, this is a bit easier if you've got someone that's swinging a sledgehammer and if you've got yourself a flatter. Thank you very much, Matthew. So we can just get on there, yep. That's him. And just bring that down nicely, yep. Yep. And then I'm just going to come top and bottom and just tidy this up, top and bottom, yep. Yep. And same on this side, yep. Yep. Okay, so that should have given us a reasonably nice, even eye there. So to get this eye in a position where I can happy to start working on the other faces, either putting our peen in or whatever, we need to knock the drift through so it touches on all of the sides of the eye. If yours is going through a little bit wonky like mine is, you can just tip the hammer up and down on your hardy. You're doing it with a hardy like this, but you want this to come down and touch on all its faces, and then I'm going to offer the bottom and top faces up to the anvil, and I'm going to hit these sides, the faces, and turn this over. And the reason for doing this is it compresses the eye and releases the punch, he says. Just like that, okay? Exactly the same on this side. Forge that back down, so I'm compressing the eye. It should just drop onto there nicely. Yeah, just give that a tap to set it. Yep. 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 One more. Yep. 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 One more. One more. Yep. One more. Yep. 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 I've just done a bit of a rough grind on, I say rough, I've just done a bit of a tidy up grind on the hammer before I do a final set of forging. I like to do this, you don't have to do it this way, it just lets me get everything squared up nice and tidy, and I can get rid of any fish lips or anything like that. So basically what I'm going to do is just pull the peen out just a little bit, flatten these sides in, get everything a bit more uniformed in cross section, and then also I flattened the face off, so I've got a nice flat surface. I know what I'm working with. I can see if anything isn't square and stuff like that. And the actual hammer face here is slightly lower here than it is here. So I'm just going to bring that all in and tidy it all up. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. This is part 1 of a 3-part series. I'm going to be releasing episodes throughout the week, unless you are one of my lovely Patreons, and you will be gaining access to the complete series in one go. I'm going to pop it up there, and some other extra little bits that were left over. So hopefully you're enjoying those too if you are a Patreon. Now, let's get on to how you can win this hammer. Hammer giveaway. I'm giving away 3 hammers, 1 for each episode in this series. If you'd like to win the crossbeam, this one here, to do so, what you have to do is go down to the description where you'll find 2 links. The 2 links go to my online shop and my Etsy. Purchase something from either of those. It could be a hammer blank, a t-shirt, a hammer, whatever. You will get entered into the raffle once. Every item you buy will give you 1 entry into a raffle, which I will announce 30 days from the date of the release of this video. Good luck. That's it for today's videos. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Remember, like, subscribe and comment down below. Share this video with your friends, and if you're keen to support the channel in other ways, head down to the description where you'll find a couple of links. You'll find that link for my Etsy and also my online store. You could also go over to the Instagram, great place to keep up with things that are happening here, stories and all that goodness. And it's a great way to get hold of me by sending me a message. This is the subscribe button. This was a video that was recently uploaded, and over here somewhere is a list of my lovely Patreons and a link to the Patreon scrolling past now. So thank you for supporting me as a Patreon, and go and check out those other videos and subscribe. See you later. Bye bye.